Okay, so if you couldn't tell from that intro, today is gonna be a back day, and I'm gonna give y'all my best tips for growing your back and growing your lats in particular. I've honestly feel like my back has really made improvements just because of like TikTok and all the optimal kids on TikTok and the cult that it's like created of how to grow your lats. So pretty much all the tips that I've gained from there and all the things that I've implemented and that have worked really well for me, I'm gonna give you all that in this video. So you don't have to scour TikTok for 12 hours a day to find this information. It's all gonna be in this vid, and I'm gonna show y'all how I've built my strong point of my physique, which I think is my back. So let's get into it. All right, so first tip, carrying on from that intro. Intro is a little bit of a joke, but not really, because I do use these wrist straps for literally everything. As you can see, all it does, wraps around your hand and wraps around the weight. I pretty much use them for all my back movements. Why? Me personally, I don't know about you, you might be an outlier, but I feel like most people, their back is stronger than their grip strength and their forearms. So what this does is it takes your forearms and your grip strength out of your back movement. It allows you to connect with your back a lot more because you're not worried about gripping the handle. You're not worried about the bar slipping out of your hands. You're not worried about trying to keep the bar down. You're just worried about moving the weight with your back, getting a full stretch, getting a full contraction. And that's how you're really gonna build your back, because your back muscles are gonna grow stronger and gonna go faster than your forearm and your grip strength can keep up. So once you start implementing these, you'll notice that you can connect with your back a lot better. A lot of people struggle with the mind muscle connection with their back. This is gonna help with that as well. And it's gonna kind of turn your hands into hooks. That way it's not really a part of the movement and you're fully targeting your back. So I don't do it on my warm-up set, but pretty much like every other back exercise where I need to actually grip a bar, I use my straps. Why is this optimal for the lats and the straight bar is not? A couple of reasons, okay? First reason, your lat is more engaged obviously with a neutral grip. Lat pull down, you're like this, with this handle, hands are neutral, okay? Then another reason why this is better for the lats, and a reason how to target the lats more than on like a lat pull down. All right, so if you wanna target your lats more, don't lean back like this and just pull like a lat pull down. You wanna sit straight up and drive your elbows straight down. That's how you want to engage your lats. Keep your torso upright, not leaning back like this. That's going to engage more your mid back. Have your torso upright, slightly flex your core actually so that you're a little bit hunched over, and then elbows straight down right in front of you, and that's how you're going to start your lats. All right, so I won't be able to explain this because this is my top sets. I won't be able to explain it while I'm going, but another thing to watch on this exercise, I don't sit like all the way up here, like into the pad as if like most people would on a lat pull down. If you want to engage your lats, like I said, you want the cable to be traveling straight and you want your arms to be out in front of you. That way your elbow, you're pretty much bringing your elbow like down like this, straight into like your torso. So when you do that, you want to sit kind of off the seat like this. That way you can position yourself so that when your elbow's coming straight down and into your torso like this, that's just a straight cable pad. So top set time. Let the idiots on TikTok say small if they want. You can't fix stupid, that's what I learned. You can try, but you can't. So they'll figure it out probably 2 or 3 years down the line, they'll figure out I'm right, and then, you know, it is what it is, but everyone's got to go through that stage. I went through it. I regret it. Trying to help the youngins not make the same mistakes. Some people want to make the same mistakes. They don't want to learn from your mistakes, they want to learn from their own mistakes. That's fine. You can do that if you want. All right, so this is where the people are gonna call me a science nerd, and this is where all the meatheads get pissed off when you do shit like this. Throw a mat on the floor so I don't hurt my little knee, and then use a D handle on a machine. Bro, just do how the machine's designed. I could do that, but the thing is, we know if you want to bias more lat, you need a neutral hand position, right? So the machine only has this hand position. That's gonna get too much bicep for me. I want to hit my lats, not my biceps today. You could do this. A lot of people say do this, but if you use this handle and you use this neutral grip position, it's kind of hard to keep your elbow tucked, and we want to keep our elbow tucked when we're doing any lat movement to bring our arm and our elbow as close to our torso as we can. So if I'm doing this with this handle, I'm gonna kind of be pulling it down, pulling it all the way out here. When I use the D handle, I can pull it nice and close in as I want to, and I can really super easily wrap this up and do it perfectly, target my lats. So I'm gonna do what I wanna do. At least try it. You don't have to listen, but at least try it. And then when you feel your lats like you've never felt them before, you'll never go back. So that's all I'm gonna say for this one. The twist is weird, it's a weird twist. It's not that hard to set up, like it's just one handle until you grab the wrong one. I'm about to turn off so many people from fucking with the handles, even though these are exactly the same handles. Let's just see. Yeah, it's the exact same, just as I thought. You're gonna talk shit about this. You're gonna say it's extra, but wait till the pump cover comes off, then you're gonna hush after that. When you see the lats. Three plates soon. Another tip I would give, you probably noticed it already, a lot of the stuff that I can do, I'll do single arm. I really feel like it's a lot better, especially if you're lacking that line muscle connection with your back, which a lot of people do, because when you're just doing one at a time, you can really hold on to the machine or hold on to the pad or hold on to something to fully lock in and fully stabilize yourself, and then you only have that one arm just moving at a time, so you can really isolate and really feel exactly what you want to work to help build up that mind muscle connection with your actual back. So you probably noticed that already just by watching the workout. We're going to move on to this low row now, but pretty much anytime I can do something one arm, I'll do it. Another tip I'm gonna give, especially with the lats, don't worry about full reps, worry about active range of motion. So as you'll see me go now, it almost looks like to the untrained eye that I'm half repping. What I'm actually doing is just staying in my lats active range of motion. So what I mean by that, especially with this machine, pretty much I'll bring the machine up and I'll bring my elbow back, but right here is pretty much the end of my lats active range of motion. Now, I could go like this and get it all the way up here, but at that point, I'm really just using my wrist and my forearm to kind of muscle the weight up. So like right here, it's all lat. Then if I'm trying to go further, now I'm twisting my wrist, twisting my forearm, trying to just muscle it up instead of just sticking in my lats active range of motion, which is right here, and only targeting my back, which is what I want to target. So keep that in mind for all your exercises. I almost wrote down 135. In my book, it starts at 225. That's how you know we're going to big boy weight. Fuck me. So this is actually the first warm-up. Yikes. Another good tip, okay. When you're about to get in the zone, for me, I just put on a UK accent and we're like, come on, I actually am fat phobic. Don't be fooled by the gym chart. I just don't have any good stringers that show off the back like that, or like low cut. So unfortunately, we have to promote obesity a little bit, but the physique kind of like counteracts it. It gets even. Like, it's just unfortunate. I bent over Smith machine barbell row. I know you never seen this before. A couple of reasons. We're doing it at the end of the workout because the back is already very fatigued, so we don't need as heavy as a load. And if I were to try to go as heavy as a load, I would run into stabilization issues before the target area would get tired and would fatigue, which is like my back, my traps, my lats. So that's why we're doing it at the end of the workout, number one. Number two, on the Smith machine, just because I feel a lot better contraction, I can have the bar in a fixed path and just worry about, you know, pulling it up and down, not worrying about stabilizing as much as you would with a barbell. So for those two reasons is why we have Smith machine bent over barbell row, and why it's at the end of the workout. And I love it at the end of the workout. It's brutal, and it's just a beautiful squeeze that you get on it. And you don't really have to worry about all the stabilization issues. If I were to do it at the beginning and do like fucking, I don't know, like 275 on it, right? So that's the reasoning. Okay, there's a war in my TikTok comments because I said if you train push-pull legs, there's a good chance that your arms are lacking. Simply for the reason that if you only ever hit biceps or triceps at the end of your workout, you probably can't every single time hit it with the same intensity as you could if you're fresh. And people are trying to argue with that with me. I'm literally dead. Like, I don't even want to finish my back sets, and I'm supposed to go train biceps with the same intensity as if I just walked into the gym. So whenever people, like everyone that's commenting that, like, you're an idiot, you can train it just as hard, I just know in my head, it's a mental note, you don't know how to train hard. It's just a mental note, because if you did, you would understand that that's not true. So it's just, they just make it obvious of who doesn't know what they're talking about. It's just clear as day once you comment some stupid shit like that. So it is what it is. We gotta finish the workout regardless. All right, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the vid. Hope you guys enjoyed the tips. Leave a like, rating if you did enjoy, if they were helpful. Drop a comment, let me know any other content ideas you guys have, videos you want me to make. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bro, I couldn't turn the wheel because my fucking wrist was back on the thing.